Next speaker, we're going to have a couple students come up and just give a brief explanation, a brief story about their experience at ISAA. So, Christian or Alexis, one of you guys want to go first? Come on up, Alexis.
Hello everyone, my name is Christian Campos. Hello everyone, my name is Christian Campos. I'm a current student here at ISAA. I'm a sophomore, and I'm the current striker of the VRL Indiana Academy. And I'm gonna give you a brief story about my past and how ISAA has changed my life. Well, I wasn't born here. I was born in El Salvador. When I was like 5 years old, I traveled here. I walked, drove buses and cars. We went past Guatemala and Mexico. It took us around 4 through 5 months to get here from El Salvador. Me and my brother, older brother, traveled here. We got lost on the way. We were lost for at least 2 months. We had no clue where we were. Then we got captured by the Mexican police. Me and him had different last names, so they took us different places, different stations. And then after that, my mom, she contacted every station in Mexico. She found where my brother was. She found where I was, so they took us together to another station in Arizona. That place, it was horrible. They treated you really bad. I don't want to imagine. Then weeks later, they transferred us to a different place in Arizona, which was better. It was like school there, you sleep there, you have to share the bed. There were like 5 each bed. I don't know how that's possible, but yeah. And we were there for 2 to 3 months. Then we got released for my parents. My mom, I've never met my dad. But yeah, and then I went to high school at the age of 15. Teachers there will just give you assignments, never explain anything. I made the soccer team my freshman year. That team would always focus on your best players. They will never give you attention if you were not a good player. And then I found out ISAA. I really liked it, came to a tour. I was really excited what's gonna get me for my future. And I met Ethan. He's a really nice guy. He's the best person I've met, for real. He's the best coach ever. He helps me on anything. This is a private school. You have to pay to get in here, but he will never bother you about money. He doesn't care about money. He waits for you, anything you want. He's the best coach I've ever had here. And I know that this is gonna be a great future for me. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Alexis Alvarado. I am the goalkeeper and captain for the VRL Indiana, and I'm gonna be telling you guys a little bit of my story and of how ISAA really changed my life. So, I wasn't raised by my mother or my father. I was mostly raised by my grandma. She worked hard, and then there was a period of time where she couldn't work anymore. And then from there, I had to start working to be able to pay bills, to pay rent, trying my best for the family. So basically I was around 14, 15 years old, already working, being the only man in the house. And then afterwards, there was a period of time where I couldn't work anymore because I was focused in school, and it was either I had to stay in school or I had to drop out of school and basically start working for my family. So there was a period of time where we got kicked out of our house, and then we were placed in a shelter. We were there for just a little period of time, and then from there is when I started. Well, I met these persons a long time ago, which are Anna's family. They're currently here, Jose and Anita. And I just want to thank them, like really just thank them for giving me. For giving me an opportunity to not be homeless, to actually have a family. To Johnny, to Jose and Noe, they're not here. And also for accepting me as part of their family. I really appreciate that. And I was in the academy at Chicago, but didn't really like it there because you really needed money and needed to be really good, and their only focus was just on their star players. They weren't really focused on other players or nothing like that. So then when my contract ended, I started looking for options until I found out about this school. And then I really wanted to give it a shot. It wasn't really nothing in the beginning, but I had hope, and I knew we were gonna grow as we go on. So I came here with my grandma, went on a tour. Ethan really explained the facility, how everything's gonna work out in it and all that. And then from that, I started getting a little bit more closer to Ethan, a little bit more closer to my teammates, and just want to say thank you to every single one of you guys, my teammates, Ethan, Red, for actually giving me a place where I can feel comfortable and giving me opportunities where I could just grow from there. And that's all I gotta say, guys.
This is not right. This is not right. Whew. This academy has turned into, the dream of what it would be on paper to a community and a family. And it's so much bigger than soccer. Next. I want to invite Anna Rohr, national champion cross country and track, University of Notre Dame, and my prom date from high school.
All right. Yeah, Ethan, I asked Ethan what I should wear, and I said, should I wear a dress? He said, you in a dress? I've never seen you in one. We went to prom together. Ethan and I know each other from middle school. That was when I first got into running, and I want to share just a little bit of my running story and where I am now, because I think it gives a really great representation of what is being taught at this academy. So I started running in 7th grade, and Ethan and I were running buddies. It was a great time. Then went to separate high schools, and I had a really great high school coach that helped me fall in love with the sport. And our team we were decent, But we weren't a standout team. We never made it to state, but we had kids coming in from leaving different sports and coming to join our team, kids that had never run that came to join our team. And the reason for that was because we had an amazing coach. And the key to building a successful team is in the coach. So, loved high school running. I knew I had some talent, but didn't have really any idea of what I was fully capable of. And had a breakthrough year my sophomore year of high school following some pretty big injuries. Ended up going on and becoming a 5-time national champion in high school, which earned me a degree to run, earned me a scholarship to run at the University of Notre Dame. I don't know if I would have gone to Notre Dame had I not gotten a scholarship. I know for sure, had it not been for running, I would not have gotten to travel all over this country and all over the world as well. And I wouldn't have cultivated the relationships with people. So I had a fantastic high school experience, and then that led me to get to go to Notre Dame. And I can't say enough great things about that school. But when I was there, I studied neuroscience and behavior, and got a master's in business, and was an 8-time All-American while I was there. However, during that, I experienced a lot of ups and downs with injuries, but kept pushing through. One of the things that you learn as an athlete is how to look adversity in the face and overcome it. Sometimes it's really hard, but the more times you go through it, the easier it gets. And because of the success I was able to have in college, I got to go on and run professionally. So this past year, I was in Boston, ran professionally for about a year, and one of the biggest injuries I had in college was a bulging disc in my low back. And it was something that just kept coming and going, and really caused a lot of big neurological pain. But the mindset of an athlete is to continue pushing on no matter how hard things get. And when somebody tells you, when my coaches would tell me, hey, we believe in you, you can overcome this, we're gonna work together, we're gonna make these dreams come true. Ever since I was in early high school and started having success, I had my eyes on the Olympics. And it was a very real possibility for quite some time. So I got to run professionally, and my back injury came back again. Got an MRI and met with a spine surgeon that works with a lot of other elite professional athletes. And he told me, this is gonna keep coming back if you keep pushing like this. And so I had to step back and take a hard look in the mirror and think about, all right, what do I really care about? And who am I as a person? I have a degree. I've gotten all this knowledge. I know I can get a job somewhere, but I don't want to just get a job. I want to get something that I care about, something that I'm passionate about, and something that I can feel like I'm making an impact in other people's lives. So I started thinking about who made an impact in my life. And I thought back to, my high school coach, Chris Kovaleski, great guy, still keep in touch with him. I thought about my college coach, and I just thought about all of these insane injuries that I had, and why did I keep pushing through them? It's because people taught me, how do you undergo such hard things and come back? People taught me, how do you be a team leader? I learned things like how to be more self-confident. When you're on the field, when I'm stepping on the start line for any type of race, there's a lot of adrenaline going, there's a lot of nerves. How do you overcome that? And so I started thinking about, all right, if I can't still run, how do I give back to this? Because I see how it's changed me as a person. So currently, my job, twofold. I do coach high school athletes. I am a Yeah, I'm a coach for high school athletes, both mindset and physical performance. But my full-time job is a mindset and performance coach for business professionals. And what it takes to have that role is I have to have a background in neuroscience. That was something that, I learned in school. Not everybody knows neuroscience. But really what separated me, why my boss chose me was because of my mindset and because of the skills that I learned starting in high school as an athlete. You have such a unique experience from athletics that cannot be learned in a classroom. You can learn, there are so many, I'm a big advocate of education. Like I studied neuroscience, it's great. But you can't learn how to be resilient. You can't necessarily learn how to work with a group, how to lead a team, how to motivate others, how to motivate yourself when things get really hard. Those are things that you learn in athletics. So when Ethan told me about this endeavor, I think we caught up for a cup of coffee or something, and I was like, well, if anyone's gonna make it happen, it's probably Ethan. So I knew when you told me the idea, it was gonna come out some way or another. And then the more that we've talked about it in even the past few months and just how it's grown, I can't say I'm surprised because that's just who you are. But the biggest thing that I just want to help you guys understand is that by supporting ISAA, by supporting these kids, you're not just helping them have a great experience now. You're not just helping them learn knowledge in the classroom. You're not just helping them have a phenomenal athletic experience. Like, this is insane for high school. But you're teaching them skills that they will carry with them for the rest of their lives that cannot be learned outside of these unique athletic experiences. So with that, I'm so excited to see where this goes.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Anna. And Anna drove up here from Indianapolis, but not just for us, but I'll just say she came up early for us. Whether that's true or not, I have no idea. Okay, so I want to introduce the chairwoman of our board of directors, and then we'll have Red close, and I want a special introduction for the chairwoman, Dr. Rachel Lindvall.
All right, well, thank you. Everyone else has already said so much, but thank you for coming tonight and just your investment in what Ethan's doing. So my connection is that Ethan was in my wellness class, 8 a.m., the first Friday of his freshman year. And I had no idea he wasn't a morning person because he was so engaged. I did not find out later that he's not a morning person, but he was ready to go. So we started getting to know each other from there, and then he ended up switching from political science to kinesiology, which was my area. He ended up interning in exercise science or in the kinesiology department. And then later when he's getting his master's degree, interning for my company, the Mindful Project. So Anna, where did you just go? So we are kindred spirits on the mental side of things. So my doctoral work is in essentially mental skills for performance. And so I'm a total nerd when it comes to that. So when Ethan was interning with the Mindful Project, he started realizing, wow, this is something that when I have my school, I want to make sure that these skills and these tools are given to my students. And so I'm happy to be able to be a part of this on the board side of things, but also on the mental performance side of things. And it's something that I think that Ethan really has done an incredible job of looking at the big picture, right? He's looking at quality education by getting quality teachers who are invested. He's looking at quality soccer by giving his athletes an experience with college, playing against college teams, getting them college looks, thinking about their future. He's also looking at the mental side of things and the physical side of things. He's got everything, and I think it's so rare for anyone, let alone someone that is at his stage of life, to be looking at all of those aspects. And so that's something that I think is really unique, that not only he brings, but the vision and everyone that's working with this school brings as a part of this experience. It's just something that you're really not getting very many other places. So with the Mindful Project, we provide a curriculum and mental tools to athletes to help improve performance, both on and off the field. Because these tools, just like Anna said, the stuff that they're learning in athletics and the mental tools that they're learning to overcome barriers on the soccer field are the same tools that they're going to use overcoming challenges in the workplace, overcoming challenges in relationships, or anything else. It's exactly what you were just talking about. And so this opportunity that he is giving them at such a young age to learn these tools that I wish I had at that age, I think is just incredible. So my co-founder is Erin McLeod, and she could not be here tonight. She's a professional women's soccer player playing in the NWSL for the Orlando Pride, and she has partnered as well with ISAA. And he, Ethan has a video from her, and then I can close up that.
Yeah, we're excited to have a field trip on Saturday to Chicago to see the Orlando Pride play against the Chicago Red Stars. We're going to see all the best players from all around the world in Chicago. So here's Erin. Go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Erin McLeod. I'm a goalkeeper for the Canadian National Women's Soccer Team. I am also a goalkeeper for the Orlando Pride in the NWSL. I am a three-time Olympian. In 2012, I won a bronze medal with my team and got inducted into the Canadian Olympic Hall of Fame because of it. More recently, a gold medal from Tokyo, and I've been to 4 FIFA Women's World Cups. A couple of years ago, myself and Dr. Rachel Gonzalez, who is with you tonight, came up with the High Performance Program, part of the Mindful Project, which we're very proud of. The idea behind the program initially was to get the most out of every individual. Sport is a fantastical vehicle for learning, and as I've gotten older, I've realized that athletes are the type of people you want in society. They're hardworking, they are able to feedback, they work well with others. And so this was an opportunity to mix personal development with mindfulness. Mindfulness enables you to be in the present moment more often, and basically helps you find your calm and your peace, which helps with decision making and emotional intelligence, which is absolutely crucial for the world today. So we are very, very proud to partner with ISAA as we believe it is
Buffering.
continues to show that life balance and spending attention on all these different areas of your life is very, very important for success. So unfortunately, I cannot be there tonight, but I am so proud, and so is Dr. Rachel as well, to be a part of this school and this program. And we wish all the athletes all the success, and thank you for being with us.
All right, so her talking about the Mindful Project, the biggest reason we founded it was wanting to be able to give tools, like she's saying, to athletes. So with her 20-year career, that's a very decorated career, Ethan actually asked her to brag about herself because she's not very good at it. She's usually very humble, he goes, so he told her that she needed to show her medal and brag a little bit so you could know a little bit of her history. But with the Mindful Project, we're working with 15 NCAA Division I schools out of the Big Ten, out of the Ivy League, out of the Pac-10 or the Pac-12. So a lot of high-performing teams across the U.S., not just soccer, but a lot of other sports as well, including Bayern Munich academy players in Germany. So it's something that we have really appreciated getting to see our work in you know, some of the top level athletes, but we also love getting to partner with Ethan just because of our investment in him and in the local community and believing in what he has. So Ethan, really proud of you, and keep up the good work.
Okay, so thank you so much, Dr. Linval, Rachel. And thank you for everybody for bearing with us through this whole program. It's just such an honor to present this all to all of you and to see everything coming into fruition. So I'm gonna hand it off to Red and we're gonna close. And if anybody has any extra questions, I'm here like 16 hours a day. So if you have any more questions, come up to me individually at the end, any of the teachers, Redford, and just ask us questions because that's what we're here for.
Stay right here. Stay right here. Hey, we're gonna get out of here as expected. I figured this program would get pushed deeper and deeper into the night, and we tried to schedule this so it'd be done by about 10 after, and here it is, almost a half hour later already. So let's just close this off with just a couple of comments because this is a project that needs funds. You may or may not have funds available to help out, but Ethan, you got a big challenge in front of you, right? How much money do you need between now and next fall? So this one 12-month period right now.
About 200,000.
So he's got about 200,000 that he needs that I don't know, is it anywhere in sight?
Everything's in sight.
Everything's in sight, of course. I told you. I told you had to be young and dumb to do something like this. But it's absolutely brilliant. It's going to change lives. And so, you know, if you would do us a favor and introduce some people to this facility. Ethan does a great job of doing tours. These guys got their feet wet and doing tours tonight themselves. But we have something to show the world, and you know, we get through the next couple of years financially. Vouchers are coming down the road, but the state doesn't give vouchers right out of the gate like this. And so, but you know, there are financial challenges, obviously, but it's worth it. And so if you know of anybody that you could introduce and say, you know, I think you might be interested in being a part of something that is really special right here in Northern Indiana, the first soccer academy in the U.S., and something that I think is really going to set a standard in the future. And so anyway, I just want to invite you to that. I don't know if there's different packages. We can name rooms after businesses. We can name the facility. You want to give us enough money, we'll put your name above this building in neon lights. So we can work something out, okay? If depending on what you want to do, but we can put your name all over this, and this is going to get a lot of recognition around the region and the state and then the nation, because here it is, the first soccer academy in the U.S. So do you have any closing remarks? Otherwise, I'm going to say goodnight.
I mean, nobody likes to ask for money, and we're not asking anybody here for money. We're just asking for you to connect us with people who you think might be interested. 200,000 seems like a lot of money, but you find one or two people, one or two connections, and you can be halfway there, just like that. So the biggest thing that you guys could do for us is not even give us $1 if your heart is not there. It's about finding us one connection or one business, and that for us would be the biggest help for us. So thank you.
All right, the last thing I'm going to say is I'm just going to say a prayer, because God is my best friend. All the whole team knows that. They know that when I'm talking to my best friend, and I talk to him all the time about this, because I talk to my best friend about them all the time, because
they need it.
To what you were saying, to what you're doing, to Dr. Selking, who was in here tonight, I love what the Bible says. It says that as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. This gets right down to the power of your thinking. And so these guys got a lot of challenge. You heard a couple of stories, and they are fighting. If nobody buys them shoes, they don't have shoes. And they're not looking for pity, but these are champions. These are guys who are fighting. And so I'm talking to my best friend. So God, I just thank you for tonight, for these guys being here, coming out, for Ethan, the vision you put on his heart, for us being in this room. Thank you. Thank you. I just love breathing. I love breathing in exciting places. I love being alive and being engaged in other people's lives and seeing what you're doing and what you're going to do. I can see exciting things. Thank you so much. And the money, could you help us out? Amen.
Hey, Mom, is there a lot of wine left? Okay, so grab whatever you need on the way out.
Everybody take a bottle.
Everybody take a bottle. Kids, not you. Thank you for being here, everybody. Thank you so much.